Yo, what's up, Fight Family, and welcome back to MMAInspoZone, where we talk about the fighter's mindset, not only in the cage, but in life. I'm really excited about this Warrior Mindset Monday journey we're about to start here, and I would love to know you guys' thoughts in the comments. And I also like to know where you guys are tuning in from and what you guys have been focused on this week to better yourself mentality wise. I will read every single one of them. I will respond to every single one of them. And if you guys have any questions or need any help or just guidance with mentality in general, I am more than willing to spend some time with you, and I'm sure the rest of the community will be the same. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all of those from you guys. So today's topic is going to be Khabib's discipline and mentality. And I'm sure each and every one of you guys know who Khabib is. And if you are familiar with him, his mindset is legendary to me, especially for this sport. But it's not only for this sport, you can connect it to literally anything that you do in your life, whether it is athletics, whether it is education, anything that you put yourself through and need to put your mind into and you face struggles with, mentality is going to be there. You can either lie down and give up, or you can march through the storm and see what's on the other side. Because there's only one way to find out, right? Is to keep on stepping. This topic really resonates with me, and it's really why I wanted to start this series with it. Is I am a 40 plus time amateur mixed martial artist. I've had countless fights. I have fought in countless states. I've won some, I've lost some, right? And the goal is at by the end of my career is to at least have one professional fight, right? It's not something I want to do for a living. This is something I do for me. And it is something I'm super passionate about, clearly, what this whole channel is about. And I really do resonate with this topic because, man, if you are a martial artist, you know, man, there's bumps and bruises, there's wins, there's losses, and the losses, they can sink you into a pit, man, and that pit can be really difficult to crawl out of. But Khabib's favorite word, discipline, what will get you out of it every single time. And again, that's not even just for being locked in the cage. That comes down to any hardship you face in life where you feel you are losing, or you feel you've been knocked down and you can't get back up or don't want to get back up because, man, this shit sucks. Man, if you just stay in line, be like, hey, it might suck. I don't want to get back up, but I'm going to get back up, right? Fall down 8 times, get up 9 every time. So again, if you guys know Khabib, you know he retired undefeated. I personally, despite I do label him as one of the greatest of all time, but I think you need that loss to become a true GOAT, right? I think what like you can win all day long, but what sets you aside is how you lose, right? You can A lot of people like love her, respect her, Ronda Rousey, man. She was untouchable. She fell on her face. She got that loss from Holly, right? And it's like it was the end of her world, man. It's like you need to know how to lose to be the best of all time in my mind. It's a vital part because how you lose speaks louder than how you win in my mind. And that's coming from an athlete, from a mixed martial artist. Before we dive into this video to start this Warrior Mindset Monday, I want you guys to let me know in the comments what fighter you guys think has the best mindset and mentality and which ones you connect with the most. And then also drop a brain emoji in the chat if you've learned more from your losses than your wins. Because I know I have. My losses I hold closer to my heart than my wins by far. Because I go back to my losses, I study them obsessively, right? And it's vital. Your lessons are in your losses. And it's not even just, again, martial arts, just your losses in life, how you react to those losses. You can always learn from these things, right? But yeah, let's dive into this video real quick, 8 minutes, and then we're gonna kind of dissect the goat Khabib's mentality.
Every day I go to the training and I do something because I know I have competition. When I was kid, I beginning like in freestyle wrestling, then I moved to judo, combat sambo, MMA. I doing like almost 13 years, last 13 years professional, and all my life I was doing something
The
like
legendary
preparing for
footage of him
something,
wrestling the
for
bear,
some
man.
amateur fights, amateur wrestling, or professional MMA. It's like, but right now it's like it's a little bit hard for me, like without competition. Don't focus on your opponent. Why you have to focus on him? Just focus on yourself. Train all the time, not only training camp. Like I told all my guys, you cannot train only when UFC give you guys fight. No, like last 2 months, like 3 months. This is not good time to improve. This is good time to become good shape. But other time when you don't have fights, like okay, you finish your fight, 1 week you rest. After that, you have to come to the gym and improve yourself all the time. When UFC give you fight, okay, focus on fight and become more good shape and fight. Put your level on different, like another
Rest in
level or
peace.
improve yourself. Like you cannot train only when you see give you fight. But most of the celebrity people do this when they become famous, when they have.
I can tell you guys, uh, I needed the gym. And I know Dustin Poirier's put out footage of him. He's like, he's a danger to himself if he's not in the gym and he's not doing something, right? So even if I was not preparing for a fight, most of the time I was because I was very active. I was fighting bi-weekly at one point. As long as I was healthy, man, I was in there and I was training as if I had a fight, even if I didn't. But I needed it. I needed it for my brain. That was when I started martial arts was a really tough mental space for me, and it saved me. It pulled me out of it, and it's really the reason I'm here. And I became obsessed with it, and now I need it. I even go a few weeks without it. Like if I'm resting up or I'm hurt or something, I get dangerous to myself. So I can really resonate with that. Like I was always training. I needed it. And I was obsessed with improvement. I was obsessed with that grind. And I wanted to go into that door and leave a better me every day so that I can relate to the obsession. And let me know in the comments if you guys can too.
Easy, they travel everything. Okay, they think I'm champion. I need only 3 months. No, this is big mistake. Everything about discipline. Everything about discipline and every day, like train, sleep, eat, repeat. They have to
Even when you
become a
don't want to.
lifestyle and everything here in mental. Like people ask me like, when you become champion, what you feel like, and I said, no, in my mind, I was always champion. In my mind, all
That
the time when
mentality
I
right
see
there,
someone compete like in my weight
if you
classes,
can
and I think,
envision it,
okay,
and my
like
counter
since when I
says
was
you have
like,
the
when UFC
courage
signed,
to
it was
speak
like
it,
2012,
you will get there.
2013, 14, like that time, I will think about, I'm gonna beat these guys. I can beat all of them, like everything about mental. Nobody can say nothing about my talent. I don't think like 13 and all in UFC. I fight with absolutely best guys. And I don't care about this. Just let people judge. We have a lot of hate on this world. I don't wanna give people
Facts.
bad energy. If something happen, it's gonna be happen. I don't like to talk people with, oh, if I'm gonna see this guy, if I'm gonna like see other guy, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, who's gonna talk? Who never gonna do this? It's like
That is one thing that I live my life by is if you're setting out to do something, don't tell anybody. Do not tell anybody but the people that have to know, man. Because if you go out telling the world, I'm going to do this, this is my next chapter, this is what I'm going to do, you just add so much pressure to yourself because all these people have in your mind this expectation. But really, at the end of the day, nobody gives a shit, right? Nobody gives a shit what you're doing. So why speak it? The only person that should matter is you and your thoughts on it. If you want to do it, pursue it, but don't go out spreading the word. You don't need a fan base for this. Like all that will come, man, once you find that success. But goes nose down, put the hood on, speak to no one, disappear, do your thing. It'll change your life. It will change your life.
It's gonna be like we don't know what situation is gonna be. Maybe you're gonna be alone, or maybe it's gonna be like 200 camera around, like a lot of security. You never know, you know. But I really don't like this, you know. Like fame and money show who you are. You know, all the time we hear about like money and fame change people. No, when money and fame come, these two things show who you are. You know, it's like this is not about I knew or no. This is like
Did you have a vision? Is what I'm
I have
asking.
vision. I have vision. Like all the time, I think about like if not injuries or if nothing happen, like if I'm gonna fight, like for example, with this champion, I can beat him. Always, like my mind think about like I just oh man, I just need to compete with this guy. I really wanna compete with him. You know, like I remember when Anthony Pettis fight with Gilbert Melendez. It was like in Vegas. I was there, like I do my rehab and for my knee, and I was very close to Cage, you know, and they fight for the lightweight title. And I think like when the fight finished, I would think like these guys, people call them like best in the world, and I think I can beat these guys. And my focus was like crazy, you know. And after that, Rafael dos Anjos, after like 3 months, beat Anthony Pettis. And I was thinking like, hey, 1 year ago, I mauled Rafael dos Anjos. All these chickens, they fight for my title, you know, it's like, and I'm here without belt, and all these
All
chickens,
these
they fight for
chickens.
my title, you know, it's like, and but that time I was injured, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do everything what I have to do, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna maul all of them. And when I come back, like 2016, 14, I have injured, 16, I come back, and it was like two different Khabib. You know, it's like when I fight Dos Anjos and all these fights before I get injured, and after that I change completely. I truly believe this time I can become best. But I know like a lot of people don't believe this.
Sometimes,
But
man,
my
you need
team,
that
my father,
setback.
my close people.
Sometimes you need that setback to really catapult yourself to the next level, right? His was the injury, the injury. Many setbacks are losses, right? Sometimes you have to fall on your face and then get back up just to prove to yourself, man, like, I can do that, right? I can take a loss. Love or hate Conor McGregor, man, he can take a loss better than anybody. Despite the Dustin Poirier leg break, let's be real, that was a little extra. But you got to respect him because he was sitting there with a broken leg and he was selling tickets to the next fight. He was selling tickets to their next trilogy fight. That I had to respect, right? Like pulling his wife into his DMs and stuff. That was some BS. I've never been the type to resonate with that kind of thing. To me, that's just being low. But he was selling tickets the second he fell on his ass with a snapped leg. Like you have to respect that, love him or hate him. But he's coming back, right? Connor is Connor, dude. And love him or hate him, he's got all the money in the world. He made the sport what it is today, nearly single handedly, right? The material things changed him, unfortunately, in my opinion. But what can you do, right? Like that's his choice. He came from nothing and now he is everything. So can you blame him at the end of the day, right?
They support me. They was always with me. And right now, when I finish, I cannot be away from this because all these guys, they support me all my career, and these guys, big part of my success. You know, that's why I'm here. That's why, like, I leave my family. I come here to support these guys. When I want, I go to the training. When I don't want, I don't go. I don't go to the gym. You know, like like 1 year ago, I was big star and I was busy too. And same time, I knew I have to fight with lions. That's why doesn't matter where I fight, like where I go, I always training. Never, ever, never. For me, it's training. For me, is like I don't know what's have to happen. What have to happen. You know, it's like if I very sick. You know, if I catch flu or something like this, of course I cannot train it. But even if I broke my leg, broke my arm, broke my ribs, doesn't matter. Even if I have surgery on my back, no, it's like doesn't matter. I always train. I always in gym. Even I cannot do nothing. I just come to the gym and I watch and I try to learn something. And you know,
Right there, man. No setback should stop you, right? It might slow your speed, but no setback should stop you. This man trained injured. A lot of fighters train injured. I don't think there was one fight that I went into 100%. And people speak that all the time. You hear fighters talk about that in interviews all the time. We might not have broken bones and things, but we're not 100%, right?
this is how you have to be if you want to be champion. If not, on this business, this is don't work. I don't know, maybe in soccer or American football, when you're a celebrity, you just come, play, like, but you can say like I play soccer, football, basketball, hockey, but you
Don't play
cannot say I
fighting.
play MMA. You cannot say you have to compete here with lions. If not, they're gonna hurt you. You're gonna broke something, or they're gonna hurt. Like they're gonna give you knee, elbow, punch. They're gonna choke you. They're gonna broke your arms. They're gonna broke your legs. You have to be careful with this sport. This is not like just regular sport. We have to make him busy, do something like in other, like like things, because in this sport you have to be very hard. Or other way, like someone gonna come and hurt you. When you have family, kids, when you have all life ahead, it's like
A
this
tapper
is
around the
this is
world.
not easy. Like look what happened with Conor. If kids watch, like his family watch, look what happened with like Chris Weidman or like Anderson Silva. Like not only these guys who broke legs, like other guys who have damage on their brain. How many guys they still compete, knockout, 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 knockout. This is change your mind, change your brain. Like this is give you very like they make you like different person because of too much you eat too much punch. You know, this is you cannot play MMA. No, this is very dangerous sport.
So let's talk about the just the process of getting into a mindset like that, right? And well, let's be honest, man, we're all humans, and it takes real crazy mf'er to get to that kind of mentality that's so cemented, right? But let's go through the steps, at least that I've used, and I'm sure many others have. Um, you got to start small, right? Because if you go too broad and just try to change everything in your life, you're gonna fall off. Like it's inevitable. Very few human beings can just be like, I'm gonna do this Grandmaster plan, and change your entire life in the snap of a finger and stay true to it, unless you're like a David Goggins, right? But even he started small. If you've read his books, right? Start small, stay consistent. That's the biggest thing because consistency leads to you moving forward, right? And it builds habits. If you're building the positive habits that are in line with what you are doing, it becomes effortless and it becomes just a way of life. And then you don't even have to force yourself to do anything at some point. Like you're going to have days where, like, man, I'm just not feeling it. But your consistency, we get to the point where you're building the habit. And then when you face that moment of adversity with yourself where you're like, man, we could skip today, that is where the next step comes in. And then remember your why, the bigger picture, right? Stay locked in. And if you feel yourself kind of stepping away from your end goal or for what you're trying to do, man, like you have to just realign your vision, get laser focused, and ask yourself, why did I start? Right? Because if you have a big plan, if you have a big thing you're trying to achieve, you're always gonna want to be like, man, I'd rather just go out drinking. I'd rather sleep in today. I'd rather go have fun with my friends. I'd rather go do something that's not as grueling as this. But why did you start? And 8 out of 10 times that will reel you back in if you know discipline in any way, right? You can speak it all day long, but sometimes some people just, man, they'd rather do the comfortable. And that's just how it is. Like that's just how human beings are. There's nothing you can really do about it. All right, Fight Fam, I want to hear from you. So drop your questions or your thoughts about today's topic, training, the mindset, whatever's on your mind. I want to hear about it. I want to communicate with you guys. I want to base this community really around you guys because I'm going to learn from you too, as your guys are going to learn from me. And it's, we can all utilize each other to keep each other in line in a small way. But at the end of the day, just remember that you're the only one that's going to be able to do it for you. But we are all here. I know I'm here for you guys. I'm here to listen. I'm here to speak my thoughts if you guys need it. I'm always available. I will respond to everything. So let's just succeed, man. Let's get our nose down here on this path and let's freaking go, dude. I want to hear about your wins. I want to hear about your losses. I want to hear about how these losses affected you. I want to know how these wins felt. I want to know absolutely everything that has to do with you guys and your journeys, your falls, your rises, all of it. All right, Fight Family. That's it for today's talk. Remember, it's not about feeling motivated, it's just about staying committed. Eliminate that word, motivation. Motivation doesn't exist. Remain disciplined, right? And if you got any value from today's stream, hit the subscribe button. I post shorts daily. And again, every Monday we will do a more Warrior Mindset Monday. And I'm really looking forward to this next chapter. Next stream's coming up next Monday. Until then, stay disciplined, stay humble, and stay in the fight, right? Life's a fight. Stay in it. You got to win ahead of you. I don't care what you're going through. You got to win ahead of you. And if you win, we all win. If you win, let's hear about it, right? I love you guys. Thank you for attending. And please drop your honest opinions on this and what I can improve on, what I do too much of, whatever. I want to know your honest thoughts on this very first Warrior Mindset Monday. Much love, guys, and I will see you guys on Monday.